Hey, hold on. Don't put the phone down. This is YouTube. I need the views. But mentally, pause for a second. Breathe. You good? Because I've got something to tell you. And I promise, this isn't another motivation speech that somehow leaves you feeling worse. This isn't about grinding harder. It's not about waking up at 4 a.m. to conquer the planet. This is about what your soul has probably been begging for. Ready? You need to learn how to rest, like really rest, deeply, on purpose. The kind of rest that doesn't just recharge your phone, it recharges you. Not just so you feel better, but so you can become dangerous again. Yeah, I said it. Rest so well, it makes you dangerous. Because somewhere along the way, we all swallowed this lie that rest is laziness, that if you're not constantly doing, producing, proving, then you're falling behind. So now we rest like criminals, guilty, secretive, one eye open, scrolling while a show plays in the background, not even enjoying it, and still feeling bad for not being productive. That's not rest. That's digital purgatory. Real rest isn't just the absence of doing, it's the presence of peace. It's you returning to yourself, your mind, your body, your heart, coming back online. And look, I'm not judging. I've lived there, burned out, stretched thin, telling myself I just need to push through one last thing, like it wasn't the 400th one last thing this week. You ever been so tired that even when you sleep, your dreams are just you replying to emails? Yeah, that's not rest. That's your brain crying for help in spreadsheet form. Let me tell you a story, one of my favorites. There was a young guy who wanted to be the best woodcutter in the village, so he trained, practiced, worked like crazy. One day, he challenges an older lumberjack to a contest, sun up to sundown. Whoever chops the most wood wins. The young guy goes all in, no breaks, no slowing down. Every hour he looks over, and the old man is sitting, drinking tea, at one point even napping. And the young guy's thinking, I've got this. This dude is wasting time. Sun sets, they measure the wood, the old man wins. The young guy's shocked. How? I never stopped. You took breaks. And the old man smiles and says, yes, but every time I sat down, I sharpened my axe. Boom. That story stays in my head because that's what real rest does. It doesn't make you soft. It makes you sharp, focused, present. Rest isn't the enemy of progress. It's what makes progress sustainable. But here's the problem. Most of us don't rest. We numb, we escape, we distract. We shove food in our mouths while standing up. We scroll through 17 apps in bed. We watch 4 episodes of a show and couldn't tell you a single plot line. That's not rest. That's sedation. That's your brain hitting the emergency shutoff switch because it knows you won't. You ever wake up more exhausted than when you went to bed? Yeah, that's not sleep. That's a system reboot after a crash. And let's be honest, most of us are running on fumes, smiling through exhaustion like a haunted Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. So here's my question. When was the last time you actually felt awake? Not just not asleep. I mean fully alive, clear, peaceful, like you could look around and say, yeah, I'm here. I'm okay. That feeling is rare, right? But it shouldn't be. Because when you're rested, you think better, you love better, you laugh more. You say no to what drains you and yes to what lights you up. You stop reacting from survival mode and start responding with wisdom. You stop snapping at your partner over nothing, misplacing your keys, losing hours of your day to nonsense. You become you again. But rest doesn't happen by accident. You can't wait until you crash to finally take care of yourself. That's like drinking water until you pass out. Rest is proactive. You build it in. You protect it. You fight for it like your life depends on it. Because honestly, it kind of does. And I get it. You're busy. Life is demanding. But let me say this with love. You don't have time not to rest. You don't have time to keep running on empty, making decisions with a foggy mind and a fried nervous system. Because tired you is not the best you. Tired you is forgetful, grumpy, reactive. Tired you thinks everything is a crisis and everyone is against you. But rested you, that's a different energy. Rested you is clear, thoughtful, funny again, creative, bold. Rested you has boundaries.
Rested you remembers what matters. Rested you shows up with a calm power that turns heads. You walk different when your soul isn't limping. And here's the beautiful part. Rest doesn't have to mean a 2-week vacation in the Maldives, although if someone's offering, call me. Sometimes rest is 15 minutes of silence before the day starts, a walk with no podcast, eating lunch without a screen, turning your phone off at 8 p.m. and just sitting with your own thoughts, realizing you don't have to fix everything tonight. Sometimes rest is laughing with someone who gets you. Sometimes it's a nap you don't explain or apologize for. Sometimes rest is simply saying, I'm not available for that right now, and not giving a whole autobiography as justification. That's not selfish, that's wisdom, because you are not a machine. You are not a content factory. You are not a to-do list with a heartbeat. You're human. You have limits, and honoring them doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. You ever notice how animals understand rest? A lion doesn't feel guilty for napping most of the day. A cat will sleep on your laptop while you work, completely unbothered. But us, we'll be collapsing in real time, still saying, I'm fine, just tired. So here's your gentle reminder from your friendly neighborhood narrator. Take the nap, breathe deep, turn off the noise, say no, let the dishes sit in the sink for a few hours. The world won't fall apart, and if it does, at least you'll be well rested when it happens. Stare at the ceiling, pet your dog, hug someone longer than usual, let your shoulders drop. Give your nervous system a break from always being on, because when you rest well, you come back different. You come back grounded, calm, focused, clear-eyed, fully charged. And that version of you, that version is dangerous. Dangerous to burnout, dangerous to people-pleasing, dangerous to fear, dangerous to anything that ever told you your worth depends on productivity. So go sharpen your axe, my friend. The world's gonna need it. But first, rest like your power depends on it, because it does.